there like that. Wow. Get off me, briar bush. What we got there? Lawnmower parts. Hey, spare tire. Oh boy. Rusty nails. Yeah. Okay. Long overdue to be cleaned out. Old wardrobe. Alright, that's pretty cool. So, once upon a time, the old place had power. At least a little, apparently. What lies in the old backyard chicken houses and junk houses and utility rooms across Georgia? Front discharge. Got all four wheels. Actually, was pretty well preserved by an oil leak. I need to check that out sometime. Old window unit air conditioner. Looks like actually some material to kind of maybe patch this old place up. Old doors leading out into the chicken yard. And just a lot of junk to go through. Old hubcaps. Hey, hey. Yeah. Bathroom mirror. Medicine cabinet. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get myself a good long extension cord. No gourd toilet there. Deep tank. Do people actually restore these? Kind of cool. Got a nice little patina to that. Oh, look out, we're rocking now. It might actually be kind of a cool project one day right there. 8-track. Wonder if it's 4-channel. Oh, I don't want to stay in focus, whatever it is, so Looking at the electronics, of course I missed the obvious. Old churn. Yeah. Definite. Little nice little piece maybe to clean up and put on display right here. But is it broke? Looks like it might be. That'd be my luck. But still. A little gas. Bathroom heater. Might hang on to that. Hand tools. Oh. Crap. More Sanka. Not a lot of bottle left in that. Might come back for that can. Let's see, what do we have here? Looks like right now this will be the prize. Da, da, da. Gosh. But nice classic style tank if the top of it was still around. Bet you it isn't. Oh well. The things we get into when we're going for a retro vibe. No, actually, this place has enough dead limbs laying on top of it to totally cave it in. And actually, appears as though it's not leaking too bad. Not seeing as much rot high up as I would have thought. Hmm. Old starter, generator. One or the other. All right. Let's try again. Okay, what you're seeing is an old disused chicken house on my property, which I'm still exploring, despite the fact that I've actually owned all of this since 2012, and I have just never ever finished going through this place and gotten it cleaned out. You wouldn't believe it to look at it now, but it was literally, because it's literally the ground is the floor here. We got the ground floor up. It was packed back when I bought this place, ground to ceiling. Absolutely, you could not set foot in this. There just was not room. It's like every previous tenant on this property before I bought it had just used this as a trash dump. And I mean, it was literally trash. It was like bag after bag after bag of nothing but like old junk mail and magazines, styrofoam peanuts, and bubble wrap plastic packing material. Just pure trash. And it was literally from the ground all the way up to the roof. One thing interesting about this is the 1956 Philco black and white console television actually came from here. It was part of the bonus I guess I got when I bought this property. It was actually sitting over here where I guess there used to be a chicken roost or whatever. You can see there was a partial floor here, and it was sitting up on this, y'all. Actually, it was sitting in the corner here where you can see I've thrown everything myself that wasn't just pure out instant trash over here, but that old television was sitting right here. This is where the old 1956 Philco was. And you can see they actually had put sheetrock up here, I guess to block the elements out of it from behind. And it was just sitting on this partial wood platform down here, all wrapped up in plastic and multiple appliance boxes, like refrigerator boxes, sitting on top of it. So that was a pretty nice bonus that came out of this place, because somehow it had survived and not just gotten ruined. But this is where the 1956 Philco came from. And I meant to go ahead and totally clean this place out. You know, just have a haul off party and just really, you know, just totally clean it out. But I've never done it, so what you're seeing now is basically as far as I ever got on this. The old lawnmower was here, and I've never ever checked it out actually, but it was buried in here, and I need to check that out one day. That'll probably be a project that'll come up here eventually one day, even though really I want this channel to be about old electronic gear and all. But old front discharge lawnmower, and I've never even gotten it out of here and really checked the condition of it, but it looks to be intact. So with an oil leak, of course, but since I'm partially about mechanics on here also, let me know what y'all think. Would y'all like to see this old thing run again? It still turns over. And then window unit air conditioner here. Got another old window unit right here that's actually heat cool. But old automobile or tractor engine head right there for a 6-cylinder. But I just never finished going through all of this, and wanted to try maybe to use some scrap material and all actually to clean this place up. And a while ago, well, I mean, you know, close it in, because I mean it's mostly it's rotted out, especially right here in this corner. But still, you know, you have these things to accumulate which they're not really worth putting in, you know, like a good tight storage, you know, and buying and investing in that for them. And yet you do kind of want them sheltered. So this place right here actually seems to stay pretty dry. Got a big old tree looming over it, which just as sure as I ever did any real fixing on this place would probably drop a limb and cave it all in. But anyway, a while ago, despite it being in the mid-40s today, some wasp came out of nowhere and invited me to leave, and I obliged. So back again now, and I think they came out of this old wardrobe, but I don't see a nest anywhere. The old wardrobe itself is gone. I doubt it could even be budged much without just falling to pieces. But oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, look here. Quaker State. Oh, shoot. It's already been open. It's all gone. Quaker State for when regular sludge just isn't enough. Old light fixture. Various artifacts of the property from years past. Ooh, got an iron here. I don't do a lot of ironing, which is to say, I do exactly none. Watch out, Quaker State. Trying to one hand all of this, y'all. I'm sorry, but. Oh, cord doesn't look half bad. Okay. Bird's nest. Alright, here goes. Yummy. More yummy. Okay. High Q. Yeah, that's probably a little too advanced for me anyway. Royal Crown Cola. A better Royal Crown Cola. I don't know. Maybe I should just get an excavator and take the whole thing down, but I don't think so. I mean, it's still dry for the most part, so why not just go ahead and clean it out and maintain it for what it is? Let it provide some shelter to some junk around here. All right. Anyway, of course y'all know I've been gone for a while. and haven't been posting anything in recent history. And it's just been that life keeps getting in the way, and I've still been doing customer work, and customers projects aren't really the vibe that I want for the channel, and yet they've been taking all of my time, and I just have not had time to get back on the older antiquated equipment and post anything. But I've made a New Year's resolution that this year I plan to finally, once and for all, get out of servicing the newer products that I've been working on for customers, because there's just not any money in it, not really. And I've got so many projects backed up now of my own that I'm just itching, dying to get into, and I'm thinking this might be a good year to finally do that. Maybe at least just take a year off and no more newer Walmart and Sam's Club and whatnot type equipment and all, and just really for once get into vintage items and antique electronics, old televisions, radios, record players, test equipment, all of the things I originally envisioned for this channel back when I launched it, and some old vintage toys and whatnot. And that brings me back to why this place has never been cleaned out. It was just going to take so much time to really go through all this stuff and not throw away anything that might be worth some weight in scrap metal, but also to have a chance to actually weed out what is and isn't just pure trash. Old tail light, and of course it's broke. But yeah, let's see what we got right here. I'm sorry for the light pollution, y'all. Dust is getting stirred everywhere. Got an old carburetor and breather. To an engine that's maybe long gone or maybe still laying around in various pieces in and around this place. I just can't move too quick on stuff like this because I get kind of caught up in the history of all of it. But see, we got it's like a pretty good sized sheet of plywood here that could be used to kind of close in some cracks and everything. And anytime I get into a junk pile like this, I just get sidetracked kind of at the history and the bygone era of everything that gets left behind in these situations. Once upon a time in Georgia, there were old storage houses galore that had been long abandoned, And back when I was a teenager, of course I'm in my 50s now, but one of our favorite things to do was my friends and I get together and let's just say explore. Explore those places. Just old abandoned properties that were all grown up and even downright dangerous to even get to even explore, but we used to love to do that. And so this is just an old traditional Georgia chicken house. Typical design, angled roof. Over here, it would have had a roost over on this side. And there would have been another roost over on this side where the old Philco was. Double doors leading out into what would have been a fenced-in chicken yard. I wonder where the wasp got to. They just came out and invited me to leave and then didn't come back again. But yeah, got one door right here, and then a support, and the other door, what's left of it, is right here. And just all these old various Georgia farmhouse artifacts, because this house was, I mean, it was originally in the country. A little town kind of sprang up around it over time, but then the town died. Talking about the old Philco, yeah, you can see they really did actually try to keep the elements off of it. I was talking about the sheetrock they put right there, and they also had this board right here along the wall, and it was just sitting right here in this corner. Anyway, there we are. And right here are the remains to the door that would have led into the fenced-in chicken yard. Another old toilet right there. Because, of course, if you live in the country, what do you do with these things when you dispose of them? This looks to be actually a newer one. I guess I'll end up busting that up and throwing it away. One piece at a time, Johnny Cash style, in reverse. But yeah, ooh, just get my footing. There we go. And maybe because it's so overgrown around it, the old place just hasn't ever return to the earth. Alright, let me see if I can get back over there without getting snake bit. I wouldn't have expected to see any wasp flying today, but yeah, here's the first door leading out into the yard, and right there's the other door, the other inside door that led out into it, and then this door right here which would have led out into it, well, led in to the fenced in chicken yard. Oh boy. I'd like to do more exploring of old dilapidated structures and all like this on the channel, but they're all gone. So I guess the one that's left is this one. Got a horseshoe, or two horseshoes. I don't believe what they do. Have like a piece of one and a piece of another, and decided, hey, we'll stick them together. I don't know, does that work for luck? A horseshoe over the door made out of two horseshoes? Anyway. My channel is not about toilets, y'all. My channel is not about old toilets. But is this the top to that really old one? You know, I do believe it is. Shaped right. Hot dog, look out. Okay, feel free to comment. Is it worth anything? You know, a lot of people hate those, they call them gore toilets, and this is certainly not a gore toilet. This is a deep tank. This is a deep tank. This is one of those Al Bundy Ferguson toilets. For the Married with Children fans out there who might remember Al Bundy telling Bud Bundy the story of the Ferguson. You know, when modern toilets make a whimpering, almost apologetic sound, but not the Ferguson. When you flush a Ferguson, it goes bah whoosh. Tell me what you think. Would I be crazy? Or would it just be sad for me to even consider cleaning this up and using it, actually putting it back in the house, get, you know, let it flush out the drain line from the house to the city, Ferguson style. Bah Whoosh! Yeah, this is one of those old ones that'll push a submarine uphill. Damn, I kind of hate that the top to it was actually still around. I'm kind of hoping it's damaged. That would solve the whole question. Just bust it up and throw it away. And yet I see people who actually restore stuff like this and like to have, you know, like vintage fixtures in their house. And I've been thinking a lot about that because the old house I'm in, I've got all these old radios and TVs and record players and all, and it, you know, just doesn't seem to, they don't seem to fit in a house that has a modern vibe to it. And the old house was built back in, heck, the 1920s. So, every holiday season I kind of get nostalgic, and you know, I watch shows like A Christmas Story, and I see the old house in Holman, and all the old furniture, the old radio in there, and I'm kind of thinking I want to just create a whole vintage vibe inside my home. And people kind of have this idea about, you know, antiques and artifacts having to be something, you know, that has a high book value on it. And actually, you go into places like Cracker Barrel restaurants and such, and they've got a shelf running around in there, and it's just got stuff like this on display, you know. Look inside a Cracker Barrel or similar place when you're in it next time, and you'll find, you know, just, you know, stuff like this, you know, just sitting out on display. Old metal coffee cans and even stuff like this, you know, and it really works to create a very vintage, old world vibe in those places. And they'll have stuff like, not the 8-track player, but old churns and all, and churn mechanisms, just you know, laying around on a shelf, not even like restored, you know, just kind of, you know, just they just knock the dirt off, you know, and display it, you know, with its full patina, you know, as is. And old hand tools and all as well, though I'm not seeing anything really in here. I'm seeing my finger in the shot again, but hey, all right, that's cool. Old porcelain insulator. I'm struck that what vintage actually is, it's hard to define. It's always in the eye of the beholder. You know, like I see people kind of going gaga over 80s televisions and 1980s sound systems, and you know, to somebody like me, it's all contemporary. It's what I had growing up, and you know, I spent years, you know, just assuming, you know, old sound design and Lloyd's labeled equipment and all was just, you know, it was contemporary trash to me, to my generation, because we grew up on it, and we had it when it was new, and we wore it out, and then got rid of it, and nowadays people really seem to, some of the kids and all out there really seem to like it, you know, and it's not even like, you know, it's Sherwood or Kenwood or Pioneer, but just small systems, you know, like sound design, you know, with a 3-speed or 2-speed BSR record changer sitting on them. And it's not ever what I as a Gen Xer would call antique, but it actually is antique. Back when in the 1980s, when all of that was new, I was interested in old radios and televisions from the 1940s and 1950s. You know, I was interested in all the stuff, you know, that previous generations, you know, had viewed as junk and thrown away. And now here I am trying to get a foothold on YouTube, doing videos about fixing all that stuff. You know, anything of your time is never, of your personal era, never appears valuable to you. It's always the way. You have to let years pass and come to see it through the eyes of the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren that come after you. That's when stuff actually becomes valuable. You know, they look at it all and they see everything about it, you know, that we just simply took for granted, and it's cool to them. And it's really gonna be a job. But I was hoping maybe to find in here maybe like an old radio chassis or just cheap, you know, transistor radio or something I'd overlooked. And oh, Montclair fans out there, y'all want to see it, let me know. I'll get around to it. I think I've actually got some old 8-tracks, so well, I know I do if they're still playable, but y'all want to see videos on stuff like this? Yeah, that'll have to be closed in. Gonna end up tripping and falling out here. Yeah, my pants legs are getting snatched. Okay, what? I'll be right back. Okay, I have no idea what it was, but it scampered across my foot, so I'm glad it scampered. It didn't slide, it didn't crawl, it just scampered. It had feet, whatever it was. And I say it scampered, it actually just felt like it walked across, but what in the world? Got something hiding here. Again, sorry for the light pollution, but there's a good solid piece of wood. It doesn't have any mites in it. Feels close grain. Part of the old wardrobe, maybe. Still no wasp. Where do they come from? Okay, oh. I'm curious about this. What? It's dark early now. What we got here? Old wooden bucket or freeze? Is that what that says? Oh, I bet I know what that is. Ice cream, anyone? Old ice cream churn. Okay, what else all we got here? Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty good length of twin lead. Damn, that stuff's still pliable. It's still soft, ain't it? Isn't this twin lead? Sold. I can use that. Stick it back here. I bet we don't buy twin lead nowadays that stays pliable this long. As long as that has. Okay. Can't one-hand it. What in the world? What's that say? Ooh, sorry. Right. Oh my gosh. Looks like we have got, yep, it's got a fan motor in it. It's like we got an old space heater. A damn old one. A really old one. That's got to be what it is. An old space heater. Got foot, 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 foot. And it would have to be ancient, like Methuselah ancient, because this right here is an anti-tip device. Back when manufacturers cared if an electric heater turned over. This is an old space heater from, I'd say it's got to be just by the fact that it's got an anti-tip device on it. That instantly is putting this, I would say, about 1960s. Yeah, been a long time since a space heater for a house was made with an anti-tip device, or at least one like this. The weight of the heater, when it's sitting upright, would hold this pressed in partially, enough to complete the power circuit so it could run. And if it ever ended up sitting any way other than in an upright position, that would pop out and kill power to it. So we've got actually an old ancient, going by the type of cord it's got going into it, just a really old ancient space heater. My gosh. And it's been here since, wow. Oh, get where we can see. Old convection space heater. Arvin. Not Lakewood, not Titan. Arvin. God dang, look at the size knob they put on it. But still. Oh gosh. I smell a project coming on. I smell a project coming on. I smell among everything else I'm smelling in this place, I smell a will it start project here. Wow. I mean, gosh, what a knob. I mean, this is, relation to my hand. Look at that. Okay, Arvin, you're coming out today. You are hereby rescued. You are rescued. Okay. Okay, well, it's not an old radio, it's not an old TV, but I got a feeling that's old. All right, let's get it where we can take a look. All right, maybe not to y'all, but to me, this is pretty cool. Look at that. And gosh, they sure didn't want a knob to shock you back then. This knob is in excess of it is actually in excess of 2 inches in diameter. Heat regulator, lower, off, higher. Don't know if that'll be a bimetal or a fluid thermostat in it. Arvin. And actually, I got to say, I've never seen an Arvin convection heater. I thought Arvin only ever built fan forced radiant heaters. So all my life, every Arvin space heater I've seen, personal space heater, has been one of those fan forced radiant heaters. You know, the ones that melt the power cord where you have them plugged in and necessitate you having to eventually change out the outlet in your house that you plug them into. But this is a convection Arvin. Wow. And there's no holes rusted in it. Almost doubtlessly worked just fine when it was stuck in that awful situation. So, whether y'all like it or not, I'm gonna do a project on this one. Just let's see, can we read the model number? What is that? 55T8. 55 model 55T8. Wow. $1,650 watt. That is higher than any, I think today, y'all, personal heaters, don't they top out at, all of them I see top out at 1500 watt. They're usually like 1250 or 1500 with a selector switch on them, but I don't see any selector switch on this one, so I guess it is strictly 1650 watt. Well, I didn't plan to get into, and I won't, any kind of repair video this time, so just know that this is coming up. Just know there's a video on this coming up, y'all. Yeah. Anybody with any idea of what vintage this is? I'm guessing 1960s. Drop it in the comments. I was not expecting to find what looks to be maybe a kind of quick video project. And there I was. I mean, I was hoping to, but for right now, that's what it is. This is what we got. Okay. Well, if I'd found that sooner, I'd already be using it. So I'm glad that was actually still lurking in here. It's like more of the Freezer King. Anyway, I didn't know whether I wanted to do a video on this or not, but now it's complicated by the fact that I've already shown I guess a future project here, but anyway, yeah, I always get waylaid trying to clean this place out just because I don't want to throw away. I'm of that mentality, you know, why throw away anything that looks kind of vintage and everything that might have some use to it. So I'm gonna have to get this place on cleaned out over time, but in the meantime, maybe we got actually a quick easy project to come out of here. Don't know what I'd ever do with this, but apparently we got a fan here for I think I found the rest of it back some time ago, if I can get the light pollution out of the way. This looks like the baffle and all from it, which appears to be from one of those heavy heaters that's suspended from the ceiling. This looks like where the exhaust would have come out, and the fan would have mounted back here. And this appears to be the motor mount for that. But yeah, all kinds of little knickknacks and everything, porcelain doorknob and all. And I go to antique stores, antique malls, and I see people, trying to sell these suckers by the box full, but still I won't throw it away. So there it is until later. Anyway, that's about all I've got on this one, y'all. So I guess in the near future, since we've got actually we got freezing weather in the forecast um, here in Georgia for the next few days. So I wasn't really shopping for a space heater, but looks like I might have one anyway, and it might actually be American made, higher quality than anything I would buy new. I do have some that of course are newer, like Lakewood and everything, but be interesting to do a construction comparison between one of them and that old Arvin. But anyhow, y'all take care out there, and hopefully 2025 will be a good year for everybody, and maybe now that I'm finally getting out of the customer work, it'll be a good year here at the hobby shop. So until next time, y'all look out for each other. Brooks Hobby Shop, we're out. And I still say, that's cool. I like it.